Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be looking at all of the rewards and all of the new cosmetics that we can get as part of the Struggler's Path. So the Struggler's Path is the event that we're getting as part of the collaboration between Diablo and Berserk, and this actually has quite a lot of rewards, and not just cosmetics but also really nice rewards like the new 2-star gem copy that we can get just from the reward center, just from logging in. So you can see here that just from logging in you can get all of these rewards here, which are really cool. You get a banner, portrait banner. You also get a I believe that this is a portal, the Eclipse portal, and you also get 10 legendary crests and a copy of the new Crimson Behelit 2-star gem, and also a choice of a weapon of your choice. So let's actually just quickly claim these. So this is divided into 4 sections here, but I'm going to be focusing mainly on the rewards and the cosmetics, and also the Broken Bands Armament, which is the kind of the new Phantom Gallery where we can get 2 different cosmetics this time, which is crazy. Normally this is just 1, but this time we have the Hawk of the Lights armor and also the Berserker armor. But let's just quickly look at the rewards that we can get here. So just from the rewards track, this is going to be available to all kinds of players, free to play or spender. I believe that most players, as long as they do their tasks, they will be able to cap this out. And even without spending the speed track, which is 160 orbs here, you will be able to cap this out, in my opinion, as long as you stay on top of the tasks. But I will be talking about that in another video. So for now, let's just claim these rewards here while I have them, just for logging in. And we can actually see the Eclipse frame and the Eclipse portal here. So there we go. And also the crests and the gem. And finally, let's just quickly see the choice that we can get here for the different cosmetics. So it seems like it wasn't really a choice. I just clicked it and it gave me the Dragon Slayer automatically, which is a bit of a shame because I already had that one on this test build here. But for most players, they won't have this one until they click this here. And I believe that during the rewards track here, you will have the choice of all of these different weapons here. You can see. So for all of these, you can kind of see how they look from the existing patch notes. So I'll just pull up the patch notes here and we can quickly take a look at them. This is the one for the Barb, the one for the Blood Knight, then the one for the Crusader, looking really badass here with the sword, with the shield, and also the one for Demon Hunter. You've got the crossbow, the dagger for the monk, and then for the Necromancer, you've got the saber here, also with the shield offhand, and then finally for the Tempest, the dual swords, and finally another saber with the focus offhand for the wizard, which also looks really cool here. So that's about how they look just as a preview, and in the game they obviously do look a little bit different. So I can quickly show the one for Barb here. Here is how it looks for Barb. So quickly, if I open my inventory, you can see I've got the dual wield, the Dragon Slayer. You can see one sword here, which is kind of orange, and then the main Dragon Slayer weapon with the red aura, looking pretty badass, I must say. I do believe that for Crusader, these are a bit more matching and look even cooler, in my opinion, with the shield. But this is how it looks, and you can obviously equip it here. And I do believe that you will be able to keep these weapons even once the event has ended, so it definitely is worth just to log in during the event, try to get as many of these as you can, so you can get them from the rewards track like I showed, and you can also get them from defeating Nosferatu Zod in the fight, which I'll be talking about in another video. So I also want to quickly show the Eclipse portal, because this is kind of the rewards that you can expect for free to play before moving on to the more paid cosmetic rewards. So here's the Eclipse portal. This is how it looks. I think it looks really cool. The test build that I'm playing on doesn't really give it justice. It's going to look a lot better than this in the real game. Obviously, I am playing on emulator, so a lot of these cosmetics don't look as good as what they potentially could be. And also, I'm playing on low graphics settings just because I'm on a low end PC at the moment. But yeah, that's it as far as the cosmetics go. I do believe that there is one more cosmetic for free to play, which is the banner. So you also get the Hawk, I believe it's called the White Band of the Hawk banner here, and you can equip this. This just looks like a back piece. It's not really that impressive in my opinion. I kind of prefer it without, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. But this one unfortunately does have a time remaining, so it will be a limited to 30 days, unlike the weapon cosmetics. So I think that these look really cool and definitely worth getting, as I said. So I'm going to move on now to talk about the more paid cosmetics. Obviously, it isn't really the best that there's so many paid cosmetics, but it is what it is. Obviously, they want to make some money back on the collaboration. So let's go ahead and move on to talk about the Broken Bands Armament, which is the new Phantom Market, I guess you could call it. And this is going to run for the duration of the event, which is the whole month of May, just like what we have with the Struggler's Path here, as you can see. So let's quickly take a look at this one here. And if we explore it, I will be able to do the full draw. So we get this cutscene here. I'm not going to bore you guys, but I do think that this cutscene is one of the better cutscenes that they've had, and it looks really cool in my opinion with the Crimson Behelit there. But I'm going to skip this for now, just so this video doesn't get too long. So as usual, you do get a free draw, which is good, and if you get lucky enough to get one of the main cosmetics, I'm sure that you'll be pretty happy with it. So let's quickly look at the Broken Band's armament here, and let's look at the costs. As usual, some of these costs can change and are subject to change once the patch goes live, but I'll quickly take a look at how it looks on the test build here. So the first draw is free, like I said, and then each other draw after that is going to keep increasing in cost. And I believe that these numbers here are for the obol cost, but actually the obals translate 1-to-1 to the eternal orbs, so this can be pretty much thought of as the eternal orb cost. So let's just quickly add up these numbers here. So 60, 150. So if we add up all of these numbers here for the 12 draws that you can make, this actually adds up to 11,400 obals, which is 11,400 orbs, like I said. And comparing this to other Phantom markets, this cost is actually pretty similar. I believe that the Serpent Phantom market, which we had a few months ago, I believe that that one was around 11,000 obals for the full draw, and that was excluding the extra thing that we had, the tempering, I believe it was called. So just the full cost was 11,000 orbs. So it's good to see that they haven't gone too crazy with these costs here, but obviously these are subject to change and might change when the update actually goes live itself. But as you can see here, these are the probabilities for getting each of these, and obviously it's really low probability for you to get the Hawk of the Light or the Berserker armor, which are the main cosmetics that you can expect from this. And these probabilities will be changing as you do more and more draws, but obviously they want you to do the full draw to be able to get the good rewards that you want here. So let's actually just quickly do the full draw, just so I can show you guys what these cosmetics looks like. And as usual, there are some extra portals and emotes that you can get here, but for now I'm just going to do the full draw and let's see what we get. So first free draw here, let's see what we can get. So there we go. So we got the Violet armor, which I believe is as expected, not really that impressive in my opinion. And let's continue here, just speed run through this as fast as possible so I can show you guys the cosmetic. So the Hawk of the Light emote, let's move on. So we got the weapon here, which I believe is for the Gilded armor, which is a full gold armor. So if you do like the bling, then that's obviously one that you will like. We got the Berserker's armor's portal. So I think that we get 2 portals this time, as well as 2 cosmetics. So these actually look pretty cool, I must say. Although, yeah, they are paid, so that's a bit of a shame, obviously. But let's continue here. We got the Violet weapon. We got the Berserker emote, as you can see. We got the Hawk of the Light's portal, so that's the other portal on the left there. And then we have the ultimates and the main cosmetics here. So let's see what we get here. So we got the bling armor, I like to call it. And then the ultimate. Looks like we're going to get the cosmetics on the last draws here. So we have the Berserker ultimate and then also the cosmetics. Looks like we got the frame here, the aura. Looks like we got the main Berserker armor. That's really cool. I can't wait to see what it looks like. And here's the cutscene again. I'm not going to play this for you guys. Just going to skip this for now. You can watch it in your own time. So there we go, the Berserker armor. This is how it looks on Barb. Looks really cool, I must say. And I'm sure it will look even better with higher graphics, like I mentioned. But let's just finish off the draw here. I think I've already got the Hawk of the Light's armor. So there we go, the frame, the execute, kill, and then also the Hawk of the Light's teleport. And then finally, it should be the cosmetic here after the cutscene. So there we go, that's the Hawk of the Light. So now I have both cosmetics, I can quickly show them to you guys. Let's also quickly claim these rewards here. Whirling Dusk, another emote here, another cosmetic, and also another portal, another weapon, and finally the banner, which I think is bugged. It looks bugged to me. I'm not sure how this is going to look, but let's just see. So obviously that did actually cost quite a lot of orbs, but thankfully I do have a lot of them since we're on the test version here. But this will basically set you back roughly almost $200. I want to say it's good to see, like I said, that this isn't more expensive than the ones previously, but it is still quite a pretty penny for you to be spending on these cosmetics. So we can already see the aura here. I think it looks really badass, this Nimbus aura. Wow, that actually looks pretty badass with the these like dragons floating around you. That looks really cool. But let's put on the main Berserker armor here. I think that this looks really cool with the barb. And let's put on the main Berserker weapon as well. I think that this looks badass. Let's actually take a quick look with the Dragon Slayer. That looks so cool with the aura there, I have to say. Can we hide the helmet as well? Let's just quickly take a look. So you can actually hide the helmet as well, even though it looks bugged right now on the test build. I'll quickly put on that helmet back on because that looks a bit strange. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for this right now. And then for the portal, let's also try out the Berserker's portal here. So let's quickly try that out. So my character's looking really red right now, and it's got like so many auras around it. I think it looks really cool, and obviously, like I said, it will look a bit better on the main version. But let's just try the portal out here. I'm not sure if it's going to look that good in this version here. Oh wow, it does actually look pretty cool there. So I don't want to do the animation just yet. And let's actually move on just to quickly show the other cosmetic really quick. So I'm really hoping that they do kind of give me the obels for this, because I probably won't be spending so much money on it myself personally. I'm always transparent with you guys. I don't buy these cosmetics myself, and if I ever do show them on the live version, it will be thanks to Blizzard's generosity. So we'll have to wait and see if they're generous on this occasion. But let's just quickly put on the Hawk of the Light. So it seems like the Hawk of the Light doesn't have a Nimbus of its own. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any white aura that I can see, but it does have a portal, so we can also test that one out. And let's put on the Hawk of the Light weapon as well. So I think that looks pretty cool, I have to say. Not a huge fan of the helmet there, but I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. So let's quickly try out the portal really quickly. Oh, it does have also some extra... I'm not sure if it has like a chat. Does it have like a chat animation here? Let's see. Can I... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can I use the emote here? Let's see if I can... Oh, nice. So it does have like a really cool animation here. I didn't show the Berserker one. I'll quickly show that as well. But basically, you have this, and also you have the portal that I'll quickly show as well, if you're interested in that kind of thing. So let's quickly teleport here. And there we go. Oh, wow. So it gives you like a white horse, and then you can go through that portal there. I think that looks pretty sick, if I'm being honest. Not going to lie about that. And then let's quickly show the Berserker, back to the Berserker armor, just so I can quickly show that chat effect as well. I'm not going to go through all of the effects here. If you're interested, then we'll try to do a video, like I said, if Blizzard is generous enough. But let's just quickly see how this looks here. So he swings his Dragon Slayer and does even more aura effects. I think this looks pretty cool. Obviously, I don't have a warband on this test version, so the size of my character is pretty small. But when the main version comes out, I will be testing these out on with the full size. But for now, I think that's about everything I want to show. Maybe I could also show how this looks for other classes, but you'll also be able to see this yourself once the actual patch goes live. So Broken Bands, Armament here, Explore, and I think I can show it on other classes. Is it here? Hopefully. Let's see. Yep. So Barbarian, this is the Hawk of the Light, and the female Barbarian here. And then Wizard. Let's see how this looks here if it loads. So that's the Wizard. I think this looks pretty cool on the female Wizard especially. And then the male Wizard here we've got... This is taking quite a while to load, so I probably won't end up showing all of these. Let's just see how this looks. So there's the male monk and also the female monk, Demon Hunter, and the male Demon Hunter. Oh, it's got like a white hood. I think that this looks really, really nice on Demon Hunter. I'm not gonna lie, I do like this mask. The mask is kind of hidden a bit with the hood. I think it looks pretty cool. And then for Crusader, here's the female Crusader with the shield, and the male Crusader, same thing here, really. And then finally for the Necromancer, male Necromancer with the scythe, and the female Necromancer also. And then finally Blood Knight and Tempest. Let's quickly take a look at those, might as well. So female Blood Knight, male Blood Knight, and also Tempest if it loads. Hopefully it does. So there we go. There's the male Tempest and also the female Tempest there. So the only thing I'm wondering about is why they didn't add a Nimbus for the white version as well. So it seems like we already get the Execute and also the Teleport here. I'm not sure if this is a bug, or maybe they will add it in the full version, but from what I can see here, there is a Nimbus, as you can see, or at least they call it the Berserker's Aura for the Berserker version of this cosmetic, but not for the Hawk's Light, which is a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to have like some white effect going along with this as well. I'll quickly also show the different classes, how the different classes look for the Berserker armor here. So the Barbarian, obviously you've seen it, female one here. And then let's quickly show the Wizard. So here's the female Wizard. I think I prefer the White Hawk instead for the Wizard. And then let's quickly go over. So here's the Monk, looking pretty badass, I must say, with those two dual sabers. Female Monk, kind of the same as the male one. The Demon Hunter also looks pretty badass, but once again, I think I prefer the White Hawk, just like with the Wizard. And then Crusader, I think looks really badass with this. Oh my god, the weapon looks so cool, I have to say. And then female Crusader as well, before we move on. There's the female Crusader, more of the same. Necromancer is here. And let's move on. Blood Knight. There's the Blood Knight. And the female Blood Knight, really quickly. I think the Blood Knight looks really cool with this one, guys. I'm not going to lie. And then finally, the Tempest. Not the biggest fan of those weapons. And also the male Tempest, finally. Those are like some daggers there. Dual daggers. Not really the biggest fan of them. But yeah, that's about everything that I want to show for this Broken Bands Armament. So let's just go ahead and close all of this. I'm just going to put on the Berserk weapon because it's kind of bugging me that I have the other one right now. So let's just put this one on. Or why don't we put on the Dragon Slayer, like I said, and also the Berserker Armor portal. So there we go. So that's about everything that I'm going to show for the Broken Bands Armament. The final thing that I want to show, which is the last cosmetic, which they mentioned in the patch notes, is the Golem cosmetic for the pet. So here you can find the Golem Sentinel, which is going to be only in the shop, and this is also another paid cosmetic. And you can see here that we have this new skin for the pets. So this isn't a new pet, this is just a new skin that you can apply to any of your pets. And this is what it looks like. I'm not sure if there's any interesting information here. So it seems like the probability is the same. It's more of like a draw, like I said, but unlike the Phantom Market or the Broken Bands Armament in this case, it's an equal chance to get any of these. And the first draw is guaranteed to get the basic Golem pet. So this one here, you're going to get this one guaranteed on your first draw. And then each of these draws is going to be like a 6%, 6 or 7%. I believe that there is 16 draws in total, as you can see here. But basically, this is the same as the Murloc pet that they had before, but unlike the Murloc pet, which kind of had actually some functionality, which was giving you like an extra fish or a chance for an extra fish when you're fishing, this time it doesn't seem like these have any extra functionality, although the Golem Reformed, this one here, which is the extra one that you can get, has some extra head customization that you can see here. So it's got this, the bold with the beard look, and then you have the extra long hair here, or the extra long leaves, and then finally the like a mohawk, like a top, just a little bit on top. And then also you do have some chest customization with the full coverage look, and then you have the topless look, and also the bottomless look, I'm going to call them. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag my video for saying that, but yeah. So this is fine. I'm gonna do the full draw here. So it seems like each draw costs 160 orbs, and they all cost the same. So if we do 160 multiplied by 16, we can see that the total cost is going to be 2.5k, although there is a higher chance to get the Golem Reformed directly without doing a full draw in this one compared to the Broken Bands Armament. So let's go ahead and do this as well really quickly. So the first draw here should guarantee me the Golem Pet, just the basic one. So there we go. We got the basic Golem there. And it says you've received a bonus reward with this draw, which is the Golem. Yeah, so that's fine. So draw one more time. Yeah, let's go ahead. So we can draw one more time, or we can draw 5 more times there. And seems like I got a pet, and it says you've received a bonus reward with this draw. This is kind of confusing. So this is what I got, and it just showed me the pet. I guess. Interesting. Okay. And I can either draw 1 time, which costs 160, or 5 times, which costs 800. And if we do 800 divided by 5, I believe that the cost is the same. So it doesn't matter if you do 1 draw or 5 draws, the cost is the same. So personally, I would be doing 1 draw at a time if I was going to pay for this myself, just so I could stop basically once I got the Golem Reformed cosmetic, because I'm not too bothered about these extra rewards. So you just get contracts, a crest, some conversion stones, a chance at an extra aberrant pet, and rare crests and some gems. Is not really that impressive, if I'm being honest. So I would just go 1 by 1. But just because I have a heck of a lot of orbs, and just to save time in the video, I'll be doing the 5 draws here, just so we can try it out. So that's going to cost me 800 orbs there. So it doesn't seem like we got the Golem cosmetic, which is a bit of a shame. So let's do 5 more times here. So it says my material bag is full. They've been sent to the mailbox. So there we go. Seems like we've got the Golem Reformed cosmetic there. And we got the aberrant pet. Not so interested in that. So I've got 4 more draws here. I wouldn't recommend you guys to do these extra draws. As long as you get the pet here, it's not really worth doing these. But what the heck, I'll just quickly finish this off here, just to get a few more gems, I guess, and a few more contracts. So, and another aberrant pet. I'm not so interested in this. I'm just going to close out of this, and I want to show you guys the Golem, how the Golem looks. So let's just close this. So looks like I have the base Golem equipped right now. This is how it looks. It seems like it's running around with both of its hands in the air, as you can see. And I can't really hear the sound effects, but I'm sure that it's doing some sound effects. I'm usually playing with sound off when I'm playing the game, but this is fine. I think it looks pretty cute. I think it will look a lot better when I actually customize some of it here. So we can go to the Familiars tab, and hopefully we should be able to customize this here. So if I click on the bottom right here, you can see I can switch between the basic one and the Golem Reformed. So Golem and Golem Reformed. So I'll just go for the Golem Reformed here. Oh, it looks like it already has the Golem Reformed selected, but just because I haven't added any customization, it looks the same as the standard Golem. So let's actually add some customization here. So let's go for, we could go for this one. So let's just save this as it is. And it's got the base body. Let's see how that looks first of all. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. It's got the top there. It's a bit shiny there with the leaves. Not really so impressive compared to the Broken Bands Armament, but obviously this one's a lot cheaper. 2,000 orbs roughly for the full draw compared to the 11,000 orbs for the Phantom Market. So let's actually do some full customization here with the chest here. Let's go for this look here, or maybe, let's go for the full coverage here. There we go. So we've got leaves everywhere now, and I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not sure if this character is from the Berserk universe. I'm not too familiar with that. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you do know, but it doesn't seem like this Golem, it fits into the Berserk theme. I'm not gonna lie. Would have been cooler if they went for something a bit more badass, but I think it looks pretty cute, and especially if you go for some of the more cutesy cosmetics, then it would kind of fit in there. But I think that that's about everything that I want to share for this one, guys. Hopefully this video has been useful. If you're somebody who's interested in cosmetics, then this update is going to have plenty of stuff for you, and especially even for free to play, you will have quite a huge selection of the different weapons, which I think look pretty badass, and thankfully those aren't paid, but also for paid paid options, it does seem like you do have also the like pet that we have here, and also the Phantom Market, which also look pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. But for now, I want to wish you all a good day, and I'm going to catch you all in the next video. Peace.